Should you use a realtor when working with a builder to build a new construction home? I'm going to give you 2 reasons. There's many more, but 2 that today I've heard of stories about someone working with a builder without using a realtor, and pretty much horror stories where things are not right. The big flood that we had last week was flooding a brand new house in 3 different areas, coming through the roof. A lot of other issues that they're having, and I hear these stories all the time. You know, whether you just don't simply know if you should use a realtor when working with a builder, or maybe you've been told not to, whether it's from friends or family, or you've been told not to from a builder, you should absolutely get in contact with a realtor to represent you when working with a builder to build a brand new construction home. And any reputable builder would not have any problem with that. You know, some builders may even tell you, hey, don't work with a realtor. We'll use their commission and give it to you to get a TV or a fridge or something like that. You know, and that sounds great, right? It is. But in the long run, when you really look at it, when it all comes down to it, you don't want to be one of these horror stories that I've heard. And these builders are not helping, and they're not going to fix the problems until that person hires an attorney, which means more money and more time, and time is also more money. They're not going to be able to move into their homes until they're fixed, or they come to some kind of resolution. And you just don't want to be one of those statistics, one of those people that have to deal with that. And that's why it's super important to get a realtor when working with a builder to build a new construction home, because we know the ins and outs of contracts and what to look for and what to make sure that goes on the contract. You know, you try to trust people, but at the end of the day, business is business, and whatever is on the contract or not on the contract is what it's going to come down to when things start to happen. And so having a professional on your side to be able to take care of you from the beginning all the way through the process and to the end is vitally important to save you money, time, headache, and heartache when building a new construction home with a builder. So it's not just that we know what to look for in the contract, but also during the process, a good realtor is going to go out to the site and watch the process go along and check up on it, give you updates, make sure that everything's being done correctly, you know, up to code. Especially if you're not building in the city limits, there really is no one to come and look. And when you build in the city limits, they have city inspectors, and they have to come inspect the homes, and there's a whole checklist and making sure everything's up to code. But when you build out in the county, it's kind of like the wild, wild west, and there's no one really there to check except for your builder, the person you're supposed to be trusting. But I mean, really, you know, they've just got their best interest at heart when it comes down to it. I'm not saying all builders that way, and you know, maybe the builders that are really giving those people a bad time right now have not always been that way. I don't know both sides of the story, but I have heard a lot of horror stories of people working with builders without a realtor and things not getting done. The house, the quality, the craftsmanship is not great, you know, such as, you know, how's a brand new home supposed to be leaking, more so flooding through the roof? Shouldn't happen at all. So the point is, make sure you get a realtor when you're thinking about building a home from the ground up to work with a builder. Look, they've already got our commission calculated into their cost to build a home. It's already there. Any builder that says you don't need to work with a realtor, or tries to entice you by saying we'll use their commission to give you a TV or a fridge or something small, whatever the case may be, that should be an automatic red flag for you. You want somebody working on your side that has your best interest at heart, not the builder. Their best interests are themselves. You would like to think that their best interests are you, and majority of them are. But there are the times where this happens, and it happens often. And so if you've ever thought about wondering if you need a realtor to work with a builder, yes, absolutely you do. Yeah, I'm a realtor. You could say that I'm being biased, but honestly, I just want to see somebody have a good experience. I hope this is helpful. If this was helpful to you, or it might be helpful to somebody else, share this video to them or tag them in the comments. Hope you're all having a good week.